Hi, I'm Peter Fonda. I rode this replica of the bike. I rode an Easy Rider up the hill 6 times in 3 days, and I had a blast. Love being here. I wrote it and produced it, and the day I finished writing it, I started at 1:30 in the morning and I finished at 4:30 in the morning. And the next thing I did was design the motorcycles. So on September 27th, 1967, I designed this bike. And the one that Hopper rode. I knew that I wanted to be called Captain America, so I designed the teardrop little tank here. I put that rake out to 42 degrees. I mean, I drew it out at 42 degrees. It was built by 7 black guys from Watts in January of 1968. Go get him, Tiger. They were built in Watts by 7 black guys, and it was politically incorrect that they were in Watts. There was a lot of riots going on there. I was probably the only white guy that didn't get bothered down there. And the motorcycles themselves, I bought 4 at auction from the Los Angeles Police Department. So they were LA cop bikes, and that's politically incorrect. The fact that we bought 4, we built 2 like Dennis rode and 2 like I rode, because if they didn't start, we needed to roll one off the truck that would start. We all called them Harleys in those days because they hardly ever started. But you know, it is what it is. And this has got an electric start. I had to do the kick for that film. That was great though. So we had all those bikes. We blew one up on film, and then the one Captain America left. The 2 Billy bikes were stolen with 11 other motorcycles from a garage in Simi Valley. And it wasn't anybody that knew about Easy Rider because we didn't say anything. We didn't say anything. We couldn't afford a publicist. I'm working over here. We couldn't afford a publicist, so you know, nobody knew it. And we called it in the U.S. Midnight Auto. So these guys had 14 motorcycles. They took them all apart. The wheels went one direction, the frame went another direction, the engine went someplace, and whoever ended up with a gas tank when the movie came out the next year, shit, because having the whole bike would have been the choice. The Hells Angels said, "Oh, we've got it." They didn't have it. I know that. I know too many Hells Angels to know that that's just a gag. Nevertheless, it was a trip. I had all the freedom I wanted because I was the producer, I was the writer, and the star of the film, and the people with the money just gave me the money. And it wasn't a lot of money. I had $362,000. And we went $25,000 over because Dennis took too long in the editing room. He couldn't get the film below 4 hours. You can't imagine. Easy Rider at 4 hours would not have played. Right now, unfortunately, Columbia has lost my outtakes because I own the outtakes, they own the cut film. I wish I had those outtakes. You can imagine I'd be able to produce so many films and build a whole bunch of easier to ride bikes than this, and have a grand time in life. Because there have to be probably, conservatively we'll say, 3 million people in the world that are total Easy Rider heads. So if I said I have scenes you've never seen before, they'd buy them. At $150 you bet. Man, that's a lot of dough. The fondest memory I had was the last scene, which we forgot to shoot, the last campfire. Not the blowing up of the bike, the last campfire. And I had a wrap party and everything, and then realized we hadn't shot the last campfire. And Dennis and I had huge arguments. He wanted me to say all this stuff about, he said, "What do you want to say?" I said, "We blew it." "Yeah, that's right." Okay, I say we blew it when we went for the big money. We blew our heritage, we did all this stuff. And I said, "No, I just want to say we blew it." No, and he got more, "You know, dig, man, I mean, you know, man, man, do you dig it, man? We want to say we blew our heritage." And he's being very Dennis, and I'm just saying, "No, I just want to say we blew it." "Well, you just can't say that. You gotta say it." I said, "No, I just want to say that." "I don't, can you dig it? You hear yourself? What are you going to do?" I said, "I want to play it like Warren Beatty." And he said, "Warren Beatty? What do you mean?" I said, "Well, Warren cuts all of his lines in half, and the ones he speaks, he mumbles. Can you hear yourself? You sound like a bad child. I can't believe, dig it, man, let me dig it." I said, "No, that's it." And I did what a producer should never say to a director. Look, we've been up here arguing for 45 minutes, and they're down there with the camera, so we'll do it 2 ways. We'll do it your way first, and then we'll do it my way. I went down to the fireplace where the fire was, and Dennis is there, and you know, he has this Napoleonic furrow in his brow, and rolled in, and he said, "Well, we're rich, mister. We're retired in Florida now, huh? Hey, why? We're retired in Florida." And I'm staring at the fire with this enigmatic look in my face, and I said, "No, man, we blew it." What do you mean? That's what it's all about. You go for the big bucks and you're free. No, Billy, we blew it. And I turned so the camera could see my flag, and I said, "Good night." And he was on his right shoulder, and he's right-handed. The furrow he had in his brow went Grand Canyon. I thought, he's gonna kill me. But I realized he's right-handed, and I can move before he gets up like that. And he goes, "Cut." "Okay, Lasso, put the 100mm, just stay right where you are, Peter, just stay right in that zone. I may ask you to say it about 16 times, whatever, just stay right there, man. You can dig him out, okay, get going, get that lens, come on. Okay, action, just say it." And I said, "You know, man, we blew it." That was all I said. So we ended up not shooting his way, because my way was the best. Not that I was better than Dennis, it's just I knew what I wanted from the moment I wrote that film in 1967. I knew who that person was, and I knew how I wanted to end his character. That's the story.